Hello everyone, welcome to Beacon and thanks for choosing mine. Been really hankering to play Brago. A long time ago, I played Brago in a budget league for like 10 bucks and I never got to experience it at its strongest, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Table, instead of 7 or 8, which it's, my deck's probably close to that because mostly the Brago deck is just a value deck and you're just trying to flicker stuff over and over again. The way that this deck closes out and wins is I get a Archaeomancer and I just replay an extra turn spell over and over again. Kroxa is a pretty brutal deck. I used to play Kroxa as a red-black deck commander. Also probably one of my favorites from my past. Mostly because for 2 mana, you make everyone discard except for yourself, and it's from your command zone. And you basically just cheese him from your graveyard, because he's such a cheap creature due to his cost, and that's all you really care about, is making people's hands empty and coming up with a win down the road. I was hoping I'd get another colored source, preferably blue, but beggars can't be choosers. It's kind of weird that I got both of these, but I'm gonna play them. Whatever. Better in play than not getting any use out of them against the Kroxa player. A lot of these cards I never got to play with in my previous Brago deck because it was $10. So like, so far, every card that you've seen now, I'll probably be forced. If I do have to discard my first thing, I'm probably gonna discard is the extra turn spell. I don't need it in my hand. The thing I'm going to try and hold on to the most are these two cards, the Elspeth, Resplendent, and the Palace Jailer, just because they're card advantage, and usually card advantage will eventually outspeed the discard decks. And they're both engines, so they keep on getting me more cards even. And if it was just a one-time effect, the discard deck will eventually, you know, catch up to you. But if you have an engine that lets you keep getting cards, oh dang, this sucks. Need a creature or a planeswalker for that to be online. I already mulliganed once. Mostly the first mulligan I gave up because I didn't have any rocks. Maybe I should mulligan again, gone to 6. It was probably, in hindsight, that's what I should have probably did. I liked it because of the card advantage for against the Kroxa player. The Phylath World something deck, World Sculptor. Yeah, it's a rule deck. Likes landfall triggers. The Jaxis player's probably a combo deck that wins by looping some kind of creature. Kind of like Kiki Jiki with it. I guess I have to turn my yields off in case he tries to kill my moms and catches me with my pants down, which kind of sucks. If you turn on yields and they target one of my creatures with a removal spell, I can't respond to it if I have the yield on, so I gotta unfortunately keep clicking through every step and phase here. Maybe I should just turn them off for now, and then when I have more action in my hand, we'll get to that later. I still want to respond to spells. Got something better going on here. This will help. I'll probably paint a nice target on my head. I kind of want to keep the detention sphere for the Phylath deck, because then I can just exile all of his plant tokens. And they don't come back after you do that. I think you could just put those counters on anything. Oh, it has to be a plant, so yeah, that just kind of neuters his deck if I keep the detention sphere. Probably be discarding a Mox Amber. I have it in here because it's just a cheap artifact that could tap for any color, and it comes in untapped, which is what I really cared about. Something like tap for color and enters untapped. Hard to find, I guess, in mana rocks that are cheap. I don't want to pay a lot of mana. Like, I'm not running Gilded Lotus in this deck. It's just too expensive for what it does. Hoping people keep on not paying for Rhystic's sake, because I really want to find another land. And I run 33 in this deck, and my average CMC cost is like 1.7, including the lands. Without, it's like 2.5 or something like that. I will include a list in the description. Augur of Autumn, I love that card. It's so good. I like that it has a little bit of fairness by making you have to achieve the Coven mechanic, but like getting that effect for 3 mana is super good. Normally it's exclusively to lands with the Krufix character, but this one lets you play creatures, and it doesn't matter what creature type. I think you should be playing this in almost any green deck. I don't know if the Damnation is a little premature, but I guess he eliminates my ability to protect myself. Definitely gonna take the White Orchid. I need to catch up in mana here. I guess the nice part also is now I don't have to manually click not to yield now that my moms are dead. People are wondering, it's my daughter. She's hanging out with me. Hangs out with me 4 days a week. We talk. Fun tips with White and Night Orchid. If you have a land in hand, you should always play the Knight first, because then you're guaranteed to get the search trigger, and then you play another land. The nice thing about White Orchid is it also makes your land come in untapped, so it's doing something for you. I don't really care. I guess I want another blue source. I'll just play it on the blue side. Play this Tricky Mage. I could go for a Mana Crypt, but I think I'm not gonna be able to play anything this turn anyways. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where I don't want to cast my commander until that dragon's off the table. So I think I just do Soul Ring and move on from there. I might just play my Mox Amber so I don't have to discard down to hand size. I guess that guy left. I guess he's pissed that no one's paying the 1. I'd be pissed too, if I was being completely honest. It does drive me nuts if you have excess mana. My famous words at my shop that everyone knows me for is, if you can't pay, you don't play it. It's basically now, I have options at this point. And this guy, basically the other 2 players made it ensured that the guy that was playing Kroxa can't win, because I'll always have a full grip of cards. And just because of how many cards I've seen more than everybody else, I'll probably take this game away. It's just how card advantage wins, people. If you don't have it in your decks, you're gonna have a hard time playing the game. And you've already seen at least 3 of my card advantage pieces. I think I run 14 in here. I don't even know, is he attacking me or is he attacking the other guy? I don't know. He should be attacking me based on how many cards I have in my hand. I'd also be blowing stuff up with that dragon. I feel kind of bad for this guy in the middle. I have so many ways to tear apart his game plan in my hand. Well, I have a combo piece, and I have the extra turn spell in my graveyard. Probably gonna play Elspeth after a bunch of rocks, and that's my game plan for now. That'll probably be enough to make this guy surrender. Not sure why this guy surrendered. Playing mono red Jaxis deck. I guess he saw the writing on the wall when he realized how many cards I had in my hand. But if his intentions was to leave, I don't know why he didn't just pay. Why he his spells that he did and let me draw more cards. I don't know why he did that. I guess he did it just to piss someone off, but like this guy hadn't done anything to deserve it. MTGO players, man. Well, I guess there'll be a part of me that never understands why people do what they do. Maybe I should stop auto-yielding just in case I rip a counterspell, because this guy still seems pretty confident that he could beat me. Oh man, I'm gonna Detention Sphere all these tokens just to be safe. And that'll probably be enough to make this guy not want to continue. Me and this guy are having a nice heart-to-heart moment. Oh, this guy, I think this has reach. It does have reach. Oh, shoot. Makes things a little harder. Let's see what I can do about that. I think I play this and do some digging. Although Confounding Conundrum kind of wrecks this guy. Well, he doesn't have much mana left to do, so I think I'll just keep doing the value play for now. Kind of messed up. I should have. I forgot that Multani has reach. I would have probably ended this game by bouncing this and then swinging in and looping the extra turn spell. Sorry, guy, that I messed up. I'm kind of just slogging you through this. I don't like. It would be one thing if I was playing with my food on purpose, but that was just a genuine accident. I didn't mean to do that. Probably overplaying into this, but I don't know. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna do this anyways, and I think I'll just play the Winter Orb, and I'm in a pretty good position here. It sucks that this portal works better when there's multiple people at the table, so now I can just brick him off of it blowing up everything by letting him draw an extra card. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that game of Brago, and I've only played this one other time before this video, and for whatever reason I forgot to turn on the recording. I think it was a one-on-one game, and I was against the new Poison Commander that came out in the Phyrexian One Will Be All decks. It kind of inspired, that also inspired me to make a video about that, so I look forward to sharing that with y'all, because I was a little impressed by that deck for it being, I think he made little slight tweaks to it, but like I would say 80% of the deck was still there, and it just whipped me pretty badly.